Right, the big question is, where the hell have you been? Since this kind of stuff was happening.
Yeah, my contract ended last July with Tottenham, and
they released you.
I had a bad time of it, you know. I was sort of each stage of my career, it was, you know, each year that passed by, it gradually sort of got worse through, you know, things on the pitch, things off the pitch, you know, and it's just I decided to take 3 months, you know.
3 months out to take a break.
Yeah, take a step back. I went to Spain and. I've got sort of businesses over there, you know, restaurants, La Sala, which is, there's a few players involved in it and whatever, and we went over there just to concentrate on that, take a step back from the game. Yeah.
And that was 3 months?
Sort of, yeah, 3 months happened, and then my partner, she fell pregnant with twins, and then it just sort of... Yeah, I didn't really want to take myself away.
6 months.
Yeah, and it's 6 months. And now I'm here today thinking, you're asking me the question, and I'm like, yeah, why am I not? What am I doing here? But yeah, it's sort of... I have enjoyed it, actually, being away from the game and watching it, which is... It was strange for me to be like that, because when I was younger, it was the only thing that I ever wanted to do. And,
of course,
and to be,
every boy's dream.
Yeah, to be here now, it's sort of football became... I find that it felt to me it become very robotic, you know, very computerised, very, you know, the stats and the focus on it, the social media. It all became... When I first went into I remember first walking into Arsenal, Tony Adams, Ray Parlour, you know, great sort of characters, entertainers. There was charisma, and it was just...
Big presence.
Being there every day, you know. It was not just about crossing the white line, it was about going in every day and loving it. And I sort of fed off that, and I loved it. I wanted to be that character, I wanted to be that guy. And it slowly, the game started to become a little bit repetitive and a little bit sort of...
So now somebody's counting the minutes you've got in possession.
Yeah, exactly. I'd come off the pitch, someone would tell me where I run, what I'd done, and I was like, well, I'm not interested in that, you know. I want to enjoy myself and enjoy my football, enjoy my life, and it all became a little bit...
So you fell out of love with the game, was a very...
Yeah, I don't know whether I was... I don't know whether I'm mentally right for the game. I feel like I'm a bit of a square peg in a round hole at times, and I feel like, you know, other players, you have to be mentally strong to play football. You have to be... You have to sort of lie down and take it like a good boy sometimes. I don't know whether I could... I was never really...
You didn't like being told what to do?
Yeah, no, and that was... It's completely my fault. You should do that, you know, any walk of life. You know, I learn now that, you know, whatever job you do, sometimes you've got to, you know, but I sort of wanted to enjoy myself.
You said the further... Yeah, but you're making it sound like you're some sort of party guy. You're not really like that at all.
No, not at all.
You meant enjoy yourself on the pitch.
I mean, every day I went to the training, you know, I'd do...
Yes.
You know, I would want to enjoy every minute of it. And I think people look at that as... And
you said the further and better I got, the more I disliked it, which I thought was a telling quote. Do you ever feel that you need to go back into the game to just feel fulfilled in your life, to just demonstrate that you have fulfilled your potential?
No, because I did enjoy every minute of what I'd done. I always wanted to play because I love to play, and if I don't have that feeling, then I want to move on to other things in my life. I
mentioned you've had some offers. Any clue? What sort of level are we talking here? Is anything...
All varies, you know, within Europe and here in this country.
Stuart Pearce was on this programme the other week, and he was telling us why he'd never be Nottingham Forest manager and promptly signed the following week. So, are you getting yourself a club soon?
No, I don't think so, no.
No? No. Not for a little while?
Not for a little while, no.
Do you keep yourself... Are you playing at all?
No, I haven't actually, no.
You've probably given it up for a little while.
Yeah, I love what... I've enjoyed actually taking a step back and watching football, actually. I never used to watch it when I played. I never used to watch my own games. I've never watched myself playing. I've never really... when I was playing and I was sort of getting emotionally attached so much to it, I never liked watching it, because... And now, actually watching it, I quite enjoy it, yeah.
I love drawing and I love copying things, but seriously, that's the worst face I've ever seen. I think it's shocking, but it's not going to get much better than that.
Do you ever visualise you winning or anything in your head? You know?
Always. I always dreamt of winning the World Cup, but not happened yet. Still look back to '98. After the red card that I got against Argentina, What went on in my life and in my family's life after that, I think was very tough. It was probably the toughest moment in my career. I was having death threats. I never felt safe for 3.5 years. People used to turn around and they're saying that you've let your country down and you've let your family down, so how does that feel? I don't think I'd ever felt as alone as that as a person and as a footballer. It can knock a person down so much that they just go under. Outside pubs in London there was effigies hung of me, and this was on the front of the newspaper. It's just something that sticks in my mind from that time. I'm trying to think what was said about me at the time. And there was a headline of 10 lions, 1 stupid little boy.
It's still emotional, isn't it? It's still raw.
Yeah. This is a saying that I use all the time, and it's true. It is a round world. 98 was just before the World Cup. I was at the top, and then after the World Cup I was at the bottom. And then you work yourself back up. The upside for me was the Greece game. Once the game started, it was the start of an incredible day for me. It was either going to the World Cup that day, or it was going into qualifying games, which none of us wanted to do because the expectations of us. I remember Teddy Sheringham getting a free kick on the edge of the box, and I remember putting the ball down, and I remember looking up at the clock and thinking, this is it, you know, this is the only chance I'm going to get now. The only thing I could hear was the man and his drum around about here, I think. And then I stepped back, took the deep breaths, run up, and as soon as it left my foot, I knew it was in. It was the loudest I think I've ever heard the fans. It was such a huge moment for everyone. I remember just running off and being that excited, just jumping up in the air. You know, I could have touched the top of the stadium if I wanted to because I felt that high. Right, the whole canvas is the idea of the goal. There's the ball in the corner. My celebration and the words belief, strength and family is what I needed and what I had to get through after 98. Finishes it off. Being in front of a blank piece of paper with experts around you as well, I think that is much more daunting than stepping out in front of 90,000 people playing football.